Sometimes people just don't realize that success is not a straight line, or at least a diagonal line up. Sometimes things are not going to go exactly your way in the way that you'd like them to. You're going to have those little ups and downs along the way that occur in order to finding success. Just as a personal anecdote, I can talk about how my YouTube channel was doing extremely well at the beginning of the pandemic, and then as the audience base decreased, my metrics decreased, and I was stuck wondering what the heck I was doing wrong. As another personal anecdote, I was a student athlete. I was a Division I student athlete running track and field and cross country at Loyola University Chicago, and I can tell you firsthand that I put hours upon hours and miles upon miles onto my body to try to improve my times. Now, there were weeks where I would see those benefits, come to fruition, but then there were some weeks when I would run a time that I was very upset with, and it just made me think, it's probably, it's kind of a waste of time. Like, I don't know why I put all in this work if I'm just gonna not run faster than I did last year. It took me hundreds of hours, actually. I remember tracking this on Toggle to create my website, write my ebook, and get everything set up before I felt comfortable enough to launch my YouTube channel and this whole Rise Productive thing. And, I gotta say, it took all those hours and it wasn't linear in the sense that, every single step of the way I saw gains in my improvement of making quality content or creating a nice website, whatever it was. That just doesn't work like that. So I actually read an article in The Atlantic that talked about this, which is pretty interesting. It talks about how being successful and the road to success is not like a linear situation, but this is the article that sparked this video. It was a matter of seeing it and going, oh wow, success really is a squiggly line. There's something to be said about the fact that a lot of people put a huge amount of time into the work that they do, and they'll only see these marginal gains, if not negative gains at times, due to random fluctuation in variables that they can't control. And then what ends up happening is this. It's very similar to the stock market and how people invest, right? People will put money in, and then the next thing you know, they'll be like, oh no, I gotta take money out because the S&P's down 30% this year or something crazy, like when the last March happened and the market freaked out because of COVID. And then they pull their money out, but if they just kept it in and tried to stay on that road to success, I guess financial success in this case, they would have a big gain, as you can see. I'm going to put a little stock example. It was down, now it's up. But it has that sort of squiggly, the stock market is actually a pretty decent representation for this. And I'm impressed that I just randomly thought of this mid-video. But going back to an example of creating a YouTube channel and the metrics, I would say that since the metrics went down, I have made some videos that have done well, that have not done well, and I've kind of seen wherein lies the value proposition for you guys. And that's why I've kind of honed in recently on, let's create quality content surrounding productivity apps, specific productivity tips, and then some self-help fit in there to kind of get that nice extra step of making you a more well-rounded and productive person if you're into this kind of stuff. Now with the new tactic that I've implemented in regards to creating different content, I have seen certain videos and every few weeks at minimum now, a video will become one that's ranked pretty decent in SEO on Google and YouTube, and then from there, the metrics are growing up. So I'm seeing these steady gains, but there are some weeks where for some reason my metrics are down. It's a squiggly line. It's not going to always go up, and that's something that I have to constantly remind myself of. And I wanted to make this video to reiterate the point that there's going to be times in your life where there are going to be random drops along the way and along the road to success. However, it's not your fault usually. It's just a matter of that's just the way the world works. There's a lot of variables going on outside of your hard work, and it's important to remember that before you jump ship on some train that is doing really well in regards to your overall life. I think it's funny because when you grow up, and I guess in America it's a common sort of thing to tell your kids, it's like if you work hard, you will succeed. And people are becoming more skeptical about that in general. However, it still remains true that for the most part, if you work hard, you'll succeed. However, the line to success and the road to success maybe should be a little more clearly articulated to children. It's like, well, you know, it's going to be hard. And I mean in the sense that you will not see anything and then maybe you'll see a massive breakthrough. That might be important to tell your kids. Not a parent, but, you know, this is like life advice. I'm not trying to give parenting advice out, but I think we should tell the general population that, to be fair. And sometimes you're going to make changes along the way because you feel like you need to pivot, and that's okay. There are going to be times where, like, for example, I've changed plenty of things on this channel. I used to podcast with guests, which I enjoyed a lot, and then I pivoted towards something that made me feel more fulfilled and has been good inherently for the metrics of the podcast with Chance. And it's one of those things where it's like, that's a win-win. I get to podcast with my friend, and you guys like it. So you make changes. Sometimes they don't work. Sometimes you try to make a different video series and you either don't like it, or you try to do some new job, a new industry that you want to work in, and you don't like it. But at the end of the day, you are trying and you are giving yourself your best effort towards success. And that is what matters. At the end of the day, if you're going to find this success in your life, I would make sure that you at least at the minimum give yourself that amount of time every week to work towards it. And then if things don't go your way, if variables go against you, at least we know that at the end of this long winding road, a breakthrough will happen. Regardless of the variables, the one variable that matters the most is whether you're going to give the effort to make it happen for yourself. So with that being said, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I appreciate every single one of you. And with that being said, I will see you guys in the next one.